This video is 7.3. I can classify triangles. And we're going to classify triangles by their angles and their sides. So to classify them by their angles, there's three kinds of triangles. So I'm going to put angles over here. There are acute triangles, there are obtuse triangles, and there are right triangles. So if they're acute, that means all three angles are less than 90 degrees. If they're obtuse, they have one angle that is greater than 90 degrees. And if they're right triangles, they have one right angle. One angle is exactly 90 degrees. So I'll draw a picture of an acute triangle. All three angles are less than 90 degrees. An obtuse triangle, we can only have one angle in a triangle that's greater than 90 degrees. And a right triangle has one angle that is exactly 90 degrees. Next, we can classify triangles by their sides. So if we classify triangles by their sides, our three choices are scalene, isosceles, and equilateral. So a scalene triangle means all three sides are different lengths. Isosceles means two sides are equal lengths. And equilateral means all three sides are the same lengths. Okay, when we draw the pictures on these ones, it's very important that we label each side. So this is a scalene triangle because all three sides are different lengths. And since I can't draw things perfectly, I have to be very careful about how I label each side. So if I label this side with one little tick mark, and this side with two, and this side with three, that symbolizes that they're all three different lengths. If they have the same number of little tick marks on them, then they're the same length. So for my isosceles triangle, even though I didn't make a perfect drawing, if I put one tick mark on each of those, that means those two sides are the same length, and this one is going to be different. If I draw an equilateral triangle, again, I can't draw perfectly the same, but if I draw one tick mark on each of those sides, that means they're all the same length. So you're going to have examples that ask us to classify triangles by their angles and sides. So you're going to write classify this triangle by its angles and sides. And this is what you're going to submit when it says to submit the assignment. So I'm going to draw a triangle, and you're going to draw this in your notebook as well. You're going to draw this triangle. You're going to label it with one tick mark, two tick marks, and three tick marks. You have to put two things in the box, and you share that on your paper too. You're going to put in, is it acute, obtuse, or right? And is it scalene, isosceles, or equilateral? So you should have two classifications, one for the angles and one for the sides. The other thing we need to talk about with triangles is the angle sum theorem. So the angle sum theorem says the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is always 180 degrees. So if you have a triangle, let's say we have this triangle, and we know this angle is 80 degrees, and I know this angle is 40 degrees, I can write an equation to find the missing value. Because I have 80 degrees plus 40 degrees plus x, the missing one, has to equal 180 degrees. So I'll combine like terms first. 80 plus 40 is 120, plus x is 180, and then subtract 120. So I know x has to be 60. So this missing angle is 60 degrees. Let's do an isosceles triangle. Let's say this is x degrees, and this one is going to be let's do 70 degrees. We need to write and solve an equation to find the value of x. Okay, we have a problem though because it didn't tell us this angle. Except for I do know that angle. It's isosceles. So if this angle is x degrees, this angle is also x degrees since these two sides are the same. So I have x plus 70 equals 180. X plus x is 2x, so I have 2x plus 70 equals 180. Subtract 70, so I have 2x equals 110. Divide by 2. So x has to equal 55. So both of these two sides, or angles, sorry, are 55 degrees. The last one we're going to do, I'm going to draw a triangle. Let's make an obtuse triangle. So this is going to be 17 degrees. This is going to be 23 degrees, and we're going to find the value of b. So my equation would be 23 plus 17 plus b equals 180. 23 plus 17 is 40. 40 plus b equals 180. Subtract 40 from each side. So I have b equals 140.